Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This is going to be the boss prep guide for this weekend. We're going against Naomi, Return of the Glow. So, you guys have probably noticed by now the buffs are in two different spots. You have your buffs here, times 4 multiply, 100% yellow, 200% cross break, all gems, weak 25%. And then down here we have 30% health, 30% all color gems, 100% yellow, 150% cross break, and day 5 when it's maxed is times 5 multiply. So multiply is times 9, yellow is 200%, and cross breaks are 350%. This week is canceled out by the day 1 scout or day 2 scouting boost, so that's a wash. So yeah, those are the buffs. Boss is dealing 13 million per turn, increases by 2 million every turn, has a yellow gem shield, can be broken by breaking 80 yellow gems. That's not super a lot, which is nice. It is healing as well. And on top of that, it's got freeze. So freeze, yellow shield, and healing. So you're going to want on freeze for sure, unless you can turn 1 Naomi. Yeah. That's pretty straightforward, right? The hard carry is pretty easy. It's new Becky. Without question, she's by far the best for this one. Right here. Becky Lynch, if you have the evolution moment, that's going to give you 50% to all color gems, and your multiply gems are going to be 3 bigger. If you have her gear, that adds another 4 on the multiply gems. I don't have her gear yet, so I will be 4 less than that. She has 99 MP, which is huge. Let's take a look at the strap. There's a few different ways you can go with the strap. Don't worry about this plate. This is just on because it's the strap that I used. All right. So your ultimate choice, you could potentially use LA Bite, which adds 50% for every yellow move. It'll work after the first cycle. So starting the second cycle, you'll get that 50%. And then even better, if you have it, which I do not, is the Ministry Ultimate Plate, which adds 100% when you make multiply gems. If you're not worried about recycling, which you should be worried about recycling, but let's say you have the gear, the moment, all the stuff, the Ministry Plate, and you can also put a Nightmare Plate on for 100%, and then plan on like 2 carrying because you won't be able to guaranteed recycle. I would run her 2-click. Just the discus clothesline and the manhandle slam. So yeah, that's 100% what I would do. The discus clothesline is 1 MP, 2.25 million damage, increase your yellow MP by 6. If your opponent's class is a striker, first deal 700 and whatever that is, 25k damage and make 18 random gems into multiply gems of strength 6. Our opponent is a striker. And then the finisher, we just chuck 48 random yellow gems. So you're just going to hit this, and then hit this, and then with the skill plate we have equipped, you'll just repeat that process. You should easily be able to get 2 cycles and most likely 3. And 3 cycles with the moment, and with this kind of strap and plates, in this plate, ultimate, again, ignore. And this entourage, you should be able to solo it in 3 cycles. 3 cycles should solo it. This is the best trainer setup you can possibly run. Sherry, Mosh, Leo, Howdy. If you're missing Sherry, use a 2x multiply person. So any of the ×2 gem modify people will work. Whichever one, it doesn't matter. Any of them that add 2. Matt Hardy, Liv, Priest, Rock, Andre, Braun, Lex, any of them if you don't have Sherry. And if you don't have Leo or Howdy, you're using zombies. First zombie would be zombie punk for yellow and multiply. If you don't have zombie punk, any 2 zombies, doesn't matter which, with the 60% multiply gem. But this is your ideal setup for this. And it's really simple. I'll show you what it looks like. And like I said, she's going to be the hard carry, so I will show you. We're going to go in Survivor Series, Hell Mode, and find us a striker. Okay, so you're going to see the damage with the moment, but we are missing, where are you, Becky? We are going to be missing ×9 multiplier, as well as the 200% yellow gem buff, okay? So we can sort of calculate this quite easily, actually. So you can see it's hardcore, so we're going to chuck our multiply gems. And with this trainer setup, we're getting 29 multiply gems at strength 17. So they're at 5, well, I'll put this in on my calculator. 5, 6, 9, 5, 0, 5, 1. That's 5.7 million divided by 17. And then you times it by the 9 more, so 26. That would give us our multiply gem strength and boss of 8.71 million. But we're going to have 5.7 million on it, so we just minus that 5, 6, 9, 5, 0, 5, 1. And in boss, we're going to get 3 million more than you see here per multiply gem. And this is without the gem buff, by the way. So times 29, that's an extra 87 million. So now we can figure out how hard we're going to hit in boss when we hit the finisher and see how hard we hit. We're going to add 87 million to whatever we hit here, which was 185. So we'll call it 185 plus 85 million to counter that multiply. That gives us 270 million. And then we take that with the 200% times 3, 810 million. So if your Becky is set up just like mine, she should do approximately 810 million. If you have the gear and you do 4 more multiply, you're probably going to get 850 million, right? So with 130% strap, Fury 3s with yellow gem boosts, again, the ultimate plate I have on isn't doing anything. I should do about 810 million. 3 cycles should easily win that. And you can see even at 1.0 speed, it's quite fast. I'll show you. This boss is this speed. It's just boom. And we won't have to worry about matching gems or anything. It's just going to be 2 clicks and go every time. Also, when it gets to the shield, you can just click the finisher and take it down in 2 moves. If there's a shield up, shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, I think it's very possible to do 3 cycles and solo carry the boss this way. So yeah, Becky's the hard carry. And I would again recommend setting up with the heavy machinery primary. And then if you have it, I wouldn't really worry, to be honest, about moving over a LA Bite. But if you have the ministry plate, I would go ahead and set that up. But that's going to be how I would run Becky. Should be able to hard carry quite easily based on the buffs. So yeah, that's your chaotic person for sure. I'm not going to talk about a bunch of people. If you go into chaotic, you know, there's just not a lot other really, really strong contenders, to be honest. Yeah, so hopefully you have Becky. Otherwise, yellow, you can see, is not a lot. You would probably be better off going some kind of multiply person that has big multiplies. So Nikki, probably, like Abby the Witch or Chelsea. But Becky's going to be definitely by far your best option. I suppose if you have Shotzi Gold, you could use Shotzi. She could probably do some work because she's making a 3x10 area into multiply strength 10, and then she's govering over it with yellows, right? So you could also probably use Shotzi. So I would say Shotzi would be number 2 if you have Shotzi Gold. So number 1, by far Becky. Number 2 on chaotic, a long way away Shotzi. But she will be solid, actually. Defensive, probably Asuka. She can take the shield down herself. So I'd probably go Asuka. Especially if you have the reinforced plate. She should do, the way I have her set up, I don't have the reinforced plate. I'm 2-clicking her with hard times and LA Bite. She'll do about 300 million a cycle this way with just these 2 moves. I have her set up this way, and she'll do about 300 million with Kofi, Braun, Santa, and Hall of Fame Yoko. I have 150% strap. If you have the yellow reinforced, she'll definitely do better. She's probably the number 2 damage person. And then after her, if you don't have Asuka with a good setup, I would go Liv and just buff spam 2-click, right? Buff spam, buff boom, 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 boom. When it gets to the shield, you just hit this twice, shield is down. So Liv is quite good. And then you could probably actually do some stuff with this Liv too, but she's not going to be as strong, I don't think. But you could use stuff with her. And then actually Hall of Fame Molly Holly, a lot of you probably will have. She's actually quite decent, but you have to do it a specific way, right? So you're going to have your 2 yellow moves in, your Juggernaut and your other one. And what you do is you put the Juggernauts out, you swipe twice to get the buff, and then you would lose the buff if you swipe after that. So do Juggernauts out, 2 swipes, and then the rest of the time you just spam the yellow gem move because your buffs doesn't go away. So then you just spam this move over and over and over and over. So yeah, once you get the jugs out and swipe twice, you know, it's 100% on the first countdown and 200% on the second one. So if you can use like Goldberg and choose 3 instead, she's actually really, really good at yellow boss, but do it that way. So chuck your Juggernauts, do your 2 swipes, and then the rest of the way just spam. Now after this, it really aggressive. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. They're not good. You can bring someone with multiplies. They're going to be ×9 bigger, but it's not going to be a lot. I'm probably just going to bring her because I have aggressive, Mae Young, whatever, I don't care. She can grow the damage a little bit with the gem damage. It's fine. It's nothing crazy. It is what it is. Focused is a lot more of the same, but I think Charlotte Shoba would probably be the best because you can just do, you know, 2 clicks and destroy the 9 times bigger multiply gems, and you're going to catch some of those yellows, right? So just throw them, hit them, throw them, hit them, throw them, hit them. But you really want here, more importantly, in case you fail turn 1, you want your boss breaker, right, in this slot. These are your 2 damage slots, period. So you should really be, hopefully you have Becky. If you don't, I understand. It's going to be rough. If you don't have Becky, then this is your damage slot. This is your breaker slot. If you don't have Becky, make this your breaker slot is what I would do, and use Healer Steel if you don't have Becky. So like Bliss with Healer Steel. Okay, that breaker. It reduces the effectiveness of the boss's next heal ability. So use Healer Steel in that slot if you don't have Becky. But if you do have Becky and you can level her up, you need to do that for your faction. She's going to be the hard carry. This slot is your damage slot. You got your 3 choices, maybe 4. But Asuka being 1, Liv 2 probably, Molly 3, they're really close. And then this other Liv you could do some stuff with too. Other than that, I don't think there's a lot to talk about. You can use Charlotte Flair here if you have her unfreeze leveled. If you don't, just bring your unfreeze just to be safe. Because with the way Becky is, if you bring unfreeze in a Becky, you're going to win by turn 2, even if you don't have a crazy Becky. Just unfreeze. Becky will break the shield in 2 hits. Just hit the finisher twice, and then you're going to get, another round of multiplies. So, yeah. I feel like it's pretty straightforward, boss. These are your 2 damage slots. The rest just kind of bring whatever that's somewhat helpful. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think this should be a really easy boss, providing you set up even kind of okay. So bring in unfreeze. If you want to make it even easier, have a heal. But this slot is really your one to add some damage. So Asuka, Hall of Fame Molly, Zombie Liv. And then this is just go ham here with Becky, otherwise bring Healer Steel. And this slot is just kind of honestly whatever. There's no really great options in my opinion. Crossbreak is a total lemon, whatever you want to call it, red herring. It's not worth it. Don't worry about cross breaks. They don't matter. They're not going to hit hard. Ignore it. It's not a big deal. What you want is yellow multiply Becky and your yellow gem buff on these ones with those characters that I already named. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Hopefully you find this helpful. Have a great weekend, guys. Good luck on boss. Remember to like, subscribe, and share because that really helps me out. Other than that, thanks for watching and good luck out there. Yeah, Becky's going to be ridiculous. Also, even after boss, she's really freaking good. She's the best A tier in maybe ever, question mark, with all this stuff. She's ridiculous.